Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
29, Tariq Cohen.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to tap.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 50, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Watson on the
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's second down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Cohen. Watson now going to run the option right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check him going down. He's coming. 55. 55. 55. Mike 27.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Lions.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's good.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Bears nothing. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okwara charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Third and long. It's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but now it's third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They run out of the gun with Swift, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. From the gun, here's Watson. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be third down.
Third and 8.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Second and 9 now. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
And the Lions first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 6. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Lions 21, Bears nothing. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
By the Lions.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Buda Baker there.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw? And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You can't block me. You can't.
And that is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. Third down here.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Bears.
33 yards that time.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 59. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
38-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Flush to his right. Going to air it out deep for Gronk. It's caught inside the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Go Bears! 1st and 10 at the 20.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Gano out to kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Once again, it's Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
24-yard line.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 30. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Watson off play action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking.
But look at this, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 30. The 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 68 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Lions 42, Bears 3.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. Really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up, pull it together. 57, 57, 60. Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
23 yards the pickup there.
Detroit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
What's up? Hey, tight. Watch time.
first down. Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Lions.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. Room here to run. He's at the 50. The 40, and he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 31-yard line.
Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa